be far, but our hearts are connected. Blood so thick, even water can't wreck it. We're fun, sexy, intelligent, a little crazy. We all seem to make it look easy. Come join us and have a good time. The family bloodline. The family bloodline. The family bloodline. The family bloodline. The family bloodline.
What's up, everybody out?
We may be far, but
Y'all know that theme song is good.
What's good people?
Hey, Bloodliners.
Yes.
What's going on, everybody
Glad y'all
out
here with us.
Another Friday, another live Friday.
Beautiful Friday.
Yes.
Yeah. We really love our lives. Like, we really enjoy doing these lives with you guys and getting all your comments and stuff like that. How much fun is that?
Yeah, a way to really get connect with the people that our bloodliners, to say.
Right.
Yeah, you know, nothing beautiful.
Hear y'all crazy opinions.
Connect with people that
Hey, Sheba.
Hey, it's already coming on in. All of that.
Yeah.
Y'all know we got to sit around and talk crap for a second. Let everybody come on, jump on in.
Yeah. So let's start that off. Jay, how's your week been so far?
It's been a pretty good week. Still haven't got my vaccine yet.
What happened?
Next week I'm getting it next week. Because I gotta go.
Sure.
Yeah, because I gotta go out of town.
Okay. All right.
So I gotta at least get one of them before I jump on the plane and be around all these people,
Right.
Yeah.
What's good, Cecil?
What's happening?
Cecil Leo.
So what else been going on this week with you, Che, outside of not getting the vaccine?
Nothing. Looking at a whole lot of music recording equipment, trying to see how to set up my little mini studio I'm about to set up. Get back to my music. Write some songs, get some, new material going. I finally think I know my new musical direction as an artist, what type of music I want to do now and stuff like that. So,
So what genre? What genre you looking into doing?
Probably end up going closer to pop, to a more pop style. Maybe even a little dancey, 4 on the floor type of. I definitely want to do like a dance song. I definitely want a dance song for the club, Other than that, maybe some haunting not haunting, but like maybe what they call them, like rock ballads, where you get to really sing and really belt out and really display some feeling in your work and in your music. So, Evanescence kind of.
Yeah, like an indies rock.
Yeah, haunting, kind of like, and I don't like writing love songs, so it'll be some new versions of a love song.
What is Cecil and she was talking about? What up, cuz? Marcus Farron. That's my cousin from Mississippi, y'all.
What's happening, family?
What's going on?
Right on tuning in with us, cuz we're gonna get into it in a minute. So just stay tuned, stay with us.
Yeah. So Dirt, how about you? How was your week, man? You were saying earlier that it was hot.
Oh, yeah, bro. I ain't ready for the heat yet. So, but shit, Monday and Tuesday it rained on us all day, and then it turned around and the heat just blasted us the rest of the week. But overall, work was good, so it's Friday. That's in the past. But week been good. Took the kids to Chuck E. Cheese. It's a carnival in South County. If y'all here in St. Louis this weekend, it's a carnival out of South County. Talking about taking the kids there, you know what I'm saying? It started at 5. I want to get the kids there. Yeah. And then I got a dinosaur exhibit at the zoo. Also, if y'all ain't hip on that neither, Hey, family fun days, you know.
Absolutely. Get them kids out the house, damn it.
Keep them active, you know.
Yeah, get them tired. Make them go to sleep fast tonight.
All right, hey, I be beating them now, Jig.
I don't blame you.
They don't even know
I
what a
don't
nap
blame
is. I say nap to Titus. Titus like, okay, you want me to turn the light off? I say nap to
you.
Tobias. He be like, I took a nap yesterday. It's like, it's a whole different day.
A whole 24 hours ago.
Yeah, Bias don't play that, but
Well, you guys,
Wow.
while we're saying hello to our lovely bloodliners, let's bring in our partner, our fourth panelist here, Miss Wanderella.
what?
Wanderella.
Oh, did you got that purple popping?
Yeah, she on that Grape Street.
You got your lip gloss popping tonight?
Yep, it's the same one we had the other night.
There you go.
That's what's happening.
Lip gloss popping.
So we was just asking each other how our week's been. How your week been, Juan?
Today was busy. The week been okay though. Today was really busy. The baby had a cardiology appointment, and they had to get to school. I had to get to work, so it just been a long day of driving.
Okay.
Nothing major.
What's happening with them kids with them busted up grills?
Actually today wasn't that bad. Today wasn't that bad.
Not the kids with the busted up grill.
Hey, parents, y'all need
Yeah, I
to
know we
make sure your baby's teeth are taken care of.
I don't care how old they are. If you gotta go in there and brush them for them, go in there and brush it for them.
Yeah, you cannot have a 5-year-old running around here with their breath smelling like they 50
Or like they just straight sipping
With
Hennessy
melted
out all day. You know what I'm saying?
all
Not
day.
Hennessy. Lord, I ain't okay. I ain't never had no
How
child
much
smell like
candy
Hennessy
does
now,
it take?
y'all.
I'm just saying.
Oh my greatness. That's funny. Not Hennessy.
How was your week, Jig? You asked all of us.
My week was good. I had to go get my oldest two daughters some new mattresses. So I finished that today. Planning for the next month where we're just gonna be running essentially
Mm-hmm.
24-hour operations for the next 30 days. It's gonna be all the time, all day, all night. We moving, we hustling. So that's what it is right now. So I got to get my days in when I get my days in. If I got to dip at lunch and be gone for the rest of the day, 2 tears in the bucket. Fuck it, I'm gone. I see you Monday.
Oh
She,
well, hey,
what
must
she
be
read?
nice.
She with Jig say it's been 100 plus down there in Cali already.
Mm-hmm. A couple times we
I'm
had to be.
already bitching about the weather, and he said it's already been 100.
Yeah, it's
What up,
been.
Ed?
Satan been
Yeah.
out here hanging out with us.
Satan's been here hanging out with us.
Hey,
Yeah. What's happening, Ed?
Lil Nas been here hanging out and creating all this heat. That's all the heat from him sliding down that pole from heaven to hell. He created
oh my God. Cut it out.
all of this heat.
Cut it out. Cut it out.
Here
You
you
see,
go.
you see what you need. Eyes now.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's gonna be like 90 here Sunday.
Yeah.
It's gonna be 90 degrees here Sunday. So
with an additional 20
we
degrees and
done went from
humidity.
winter straight to summer.
That's what I told Jig. I was like, man, it rained on us all week, and then hell just dropped on us. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Oh,
I
Wanda
walk out the
also
house with my
told
jacket,
him
be like, I don't need this. Be peeling off clothes on the weights, and then at work you got to put on all that stuff, and it just be hot. I'm on that mobile dental van, and I'll be like, I'll be turning on everybody AC. They be like, but I don't care. I'm hot. Quick. Turn on
Look,
everybody
I
AC.
walked in the back
too upset
patio.
with Go ahead, Tay.
No, I was saying I just walked on my back patio for like 2 seconds, and I really ain't had much on but a silk robe, and about 5 seconds I was right back in the house. I said, this don't make no
Them was
sense.
sticking to you, wasn't it? It
Bug
just
almost
be
stuck to
sticking.
Okay,
Sticking to the skin, be
it's about to melt
fused.
into my skin. Oh Lord.
That heat blowing his hell. Y'all got that grown man heat going on. That's what's happening.
Oh, we got
That's
some.
I
Oh.
got that 45-year-old heat. Like, hey, how y'all doing? I'll be the sugar daddy today, but let me drop this smoldering heat on your ass real quick.
Shout out to all the ladies going through menopause in this heat. We gonna pray for you because we know that it can't be fun right now for you ladies.
Oh
So
my God.
get you some ice packs. Get you some stuff.
Okay. What we
I just
talking
you
about?
gonna be sleeping with an iceberg.
Good luck,
Okay,
ladies. Good luck.
because it ain't no game. It's not a game. It's just not.
Rick or
Hey Rick,
Rebecca.
she wouldn't turn the AC on. I refuse to turn my AC on. I got the windows open and the ceiling fan on.
So I came in the house and I'm looking at my
I
kids.
think
You know what
mine's
I'm saying?
going on.
They was looking like they was just in the back seat of an old box Chevy with all the windows up on a 1,000-degree
Oh
day. You know what
no.
I'm saying? I'm like, what is going on? So Kiana, she like, you know what I'm saying, anemic or something, cause I mean she got on a hoodie, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh no. I worked outside and came into the house and it felt like death. So we had changed that. I went to flicking and turning down shit, you know what I'm saying? And
Hey, I understand. I understand.
oh
I
Hey,
really
my
do.
Ricky.
goodness, bro.
My AC about to come on. I just
Hey
don't have.
Rick.
What up, Rick?
You can't even sleep when it's too hot. Like
Can't do it.
turning, you sweating.
So she be mad because
No.
I got, even with the
Mm-mm.
AC on, I got the box fan right next to the bed, still pumping. You know what I'm saying? She like, what we doing this tonight?
I'm gonna tell y'all a funny fact about houses in California.
Oh my God. You
So
gotta stick
houses,
that leg out.
I know, right? But houses in California are not built with air conditioning. Generally speaking, you will not see AC units on houses in California.
Oh,
You just
child.
won't.
Hey, see,
And
look at Rick comment. Look at Rick comment. Kiana heat tolerance is unnatural. I don't understand it. This girl is like,
Like,
I don't, oh, can't do it. We be
she
yeah,
used
I'm
to
hanging.
hang
like,
out. Did
We
she used
be
to hang out with volcanoes or what?
I don't know. I'm finna
mm-mm.
put a chain or something on a thermostat or something. You hear me? A box with
You got that box on it with the key.
a
They
biometric
got the
code
box
or
with the
something.
key
Only
that
my
they got
thumb
at
trying to open it.
school.
Cause we
That
be
clear
fighting
box.
all night. She turn it down. I mean, she turn it up. I turn it down. You know, all night. I'm like, what the hell is this? Oh yeah.
Y'all better get one of them, what's them purple mattresses. It adjusts to your body temperature.
Man, them purple mattresses cost like $3,000.
Okay, they expensive.
Evident, but hey, but you don't want to be hot
Man,
and having to get a divorce because of heat. Just get a
I don't
it's
know.
a
That's
small it's a
that's tough.
small price to pay. It's a
I can't
small
see
price to
myself
pay.
financing no goddamn mattress. Well, I walk into it because I just bought and I almost didn't buy my daughter's mattresses because I had to pay 700, damn near $700, and I was like, I was finna say, look, we finna go get some plywood and call it a day with some
Not cheap.
sleeping bags.
Oh, cut it out,
No.
bro.
Hey,
Mattresses
seven
are
hundred
not
bucks for
cheap.
two damn mattresses?
Cut it.
Shit.
So yeah, after I broke
I'm
my
weak.
collarbone, I didn't. We went out and invested in a bed. You know what I'm saying? I call it the hospital bed. You can, you know what I'm saying? You can lay down. You can lean up. You know what I'm saying? The legs and all that. It was beneficial after my little injury or whatnot. It helped me sleep better. You know what I'm saying? But outside of that, before then, I was like, they got them $300 mattresses in a box. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
She was like, no. But
Man, but
yeah, mattresses are expensive nowadays.
I was looking for myself a new mattress, and I was talking to the guy, and I found one that I liked, and he was like, I said, so how much is this one? And I was like, before you answer that, just understand at this point, if I'm asking you how much it is, it's because I got a budget, and I'm not gonna blow my budget for no damn mattress.
Yeah.
So he was like, oh yeah, no, I'll take care of you. 1,200. Like the hell you say?
It was
1,200 my ass,
he
man.
spent 16 on his.
Man, no. Mm-mm.
That's around what I spent.
That's right.
Cecil say I got the bed from Delmore Gordon's. Hey man, get them off our
But yeah,
What's Belmore Gardens West?
It's a nursing home. It's a nursing facility.
Oh, a nursing home.
Yeah,
okay.
right.
I'm late on the lab, but I didn't
Let's get Cecil out of here.
But yeah, since I've been sleeping like crap.
Time out, Cecil.
What'd you say, G?
I was just saying, since I've been, well, I'm pouring myself, but since I've been sleeping like crap, you know, that $1,200, I was like, well, let me stop being cheap. Let me go on spend that money on this mattress so I can sleep better. Cause I'm up at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning and my back hurt. I'm like, what in the world? I don't know if this age or what, but something ain't right in my life. Am I not praying enough? Or what's going on? Why my
Not
back hurt
praying.
like this? Something, I don't know. But it's my mattress. It's my mattress.
It's a big difference, man. It's a big difference.
It is, and sleep is really important. So you gotta, you know, if you gotta spend a little extra, go ahead and spend that little extra, man.
Yeah. You should have took your old mattress outside, stripped it down, and did flip note on it 2 times.
Just on GP, huh?
You know.
Because I can only hear Fad. I can't hear nobody else talking but Fad.
You don't hear me because
loud.
Mic check
No.
1 2 1 2
hear,
1 2.
Like I don't know if it's my AirPods or what, but I can hear Dirt or Shay.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Y'all ready to go ahead and get into this conversation? Or y'all want to?
All right, got it. I can hear y'all now. Well, I can hear
let's get it
fired up.
All right, let's go ahead and get the sad stuff out of the way.
Today,
we usually do.
I don't know what the hell going on.
Mr. Paul Mooney.
Paul Mooney.
Yeah. Rest in peace to a legend. One of the funniest dudes that ever walked across stage and let funny words for truth spill out his mouth.
Yes, sir.
Dangerous dude right there, man. He had Hollywood shook. Them cats are scared was scared of him because he knew what his worth was. Yeah. So whenever somebody tried to try and slice up his comedy, he just be like, nah, I'm gonna either do everything I want to do, or you ain't gonna have me at all. And I go somewhere else and get paid $100 grand for my services. I don't need you, you need me.
Yeah.
Dude was straight gangster. He used to write for Richard Pryor as well.
Richard Pryor. He was on with Dave Chappelle. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my goodness, like what you're saying, them artists them comedians that go on and they just are just raw. You know what I'm saying? You getting the truth. You getting both sides. You hold your sensitivity for a minute and just listen. You know what I'm saying? And just enjoy. And that's what Paul Mooney gave us. He gave us a lot of enjoyment. I loved him on Chappelle's show.
Oh, he used to kill to ask the black guy.
Ask the black guy. Nostradamus. You know, Negro. That was his name.
Negrodamus.
Yes.
I mean, you couldn't to love him. I mean, he really, it was just so brave. He's like the bravest of the brave because his mouth was reckless.
Completely and utterly.
And he didn't live through some times where, you know, black people weren't really allowed to speak a certain kind of way.
Yeah.
You know, but him, Richard Pryor, all of them, they broke down the barriers, you know, and comedians have more freedom these days to say what they want. People in general, really.
Yeah. Yeah. And everybody, especially in today's age where people are trying to be so politically correct and they're timid to actually attack an issue, be it race, gender-based stuff, cultural stuff. He would say it. He would get into it, you know, and that's one of the things that Dave Chappelle harnessed from him. You know, that's why Dave Chappelle was like, we owe it to y'all to speak reckless, because he got that shit from watching Paul Mooney.
Yes.
Paul Mooney went hard in the paint and nobody could mess with him, and they couldn't stop him.
Yeah.
Couldn't stop him. Yeah. A genius comedian.
Yeah.
So
I saw
yeah,
Lunel, the comedian Lunel, who is hilarious. I love her, and I'm so proud of her, like being a big girl in the industry who's made
She's
it
so
to
mm,
all
nasty.
these movies and she wasn't coming to America. I mean, just she keeps herself relevant, and she's not allowed, and we're gonna get to all of these sides and all of this stuff later.
She was
To stop,
also in that new sitcom with Jamie Foxx, the Dad Stop Embarrassing Me. She was in the first episode. She was
baby, she
hilarious.
Service. Yeah.
Hilarious.
everywhere. She be everywhere, like. In every movie, it was like, is that Lunel? Like she just walking around with a pen in the movie. You like, she in the movie though.
Hmm
that's what's up,
She gonna
and
get her
that's what that's.
coin. She going to
Yeah,
get her
but
coin one
she,
way or
yeah,
another.
Can we give cheers to Paul Mooney though?
Oh
yeah.
yeah, give me a second. Let me make sure because my little tripod going on lean. So
Okay.
my man gives him a round of applause all day,
Absolutely.
and I'm a I'm
R.I.P.
Mr.
a
Paul
I'm
Mooney.
gonna go straight from the bottle. I'm gonna go straight from the bottle in his memory on this
You
one.
are the man.
Why not,
Oh,
man?
Definitely legendary, iconic. And yeah, Lunel said something like, I knew this day was gonna come, but I'm still, in a state of pain, just hurt. But she was really close to him,
oh,
apparently.
Mm,
okay.
So yeah, apparently they were really close.
Another raw comedian. You know what I'm saying? She give it to you like it is, like it's supposed to be told. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Lunel's definitely another one of those comedians. And she a female, so you know,
Yeah.
even more bravery. Yeah.
yeah,
Well, R.I.P. Paul. He
I know
yeah,
showed
we're
that
gonna
sucks.
miss you.
he
I was
showed
like, I was mad
energy.
shocked when it came across my news.
I know, like
Yeah,
you just feel like these people are never gonna die. You just feel like Michael Jackson, all of these, you just feel like they're never gonna die.
Yeah,
What's
They're
up,
like,
Mika?
yeah.
Happy
you know,
birthday. You know, Shamika on with us. You know,
Oh,
she just
happy birthday, Mika.
yeah, she
happy
just
birthday, Mika.
happy
celebrated her birthday.
birthday. Oh
Happy
yeah.
birthday.
Yeah, much love to the family.
Birthday.
I want
Happy
some cake.
birthday. It's your birthday. Okay, we ain't gonna start.
It's your birthday.
So we finna get into these hard topics, y'all.
Yeah, y'all wanna get into some
It ain't, I don't think it's hard.
we're gonna talk
um,
about these two guys. This
Depending on your views on it.
Kevin Sant, Mr. What's his name again? Kevin
Kevin
Sant.
Kevin
Samuels.
Samuels.
Let me see here. Stop acting like I don't know his name. Stop being
Right.
Ah,
Cut it out,
okay.
Jay.
I'm
Girl, you
already
too serious.
That was a little shade, huh?
We see where you at.
The
we
shade
Right.
of it
also gonna be
all.
talking about Dr. Umar
Dr.
Johnson.
Umar Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who wants to
So
start this conversation? Huh?
I will jump in head and feet first, right? So so being honest about just if we do a comparative narrative between between these two men, to me personally, they're a very similar person with a different delivery,
Yeah.
right? They have a little bit of a different stance as far as misogyny is concerned. However, I think in observing what they're saying and actually listening to what they're saying, they are trying to better people, right? One way or another. Like Kevin Samuels pointed out, it's easier for people to hear Dr. Johnson talking because especially women, because he's coming at you with he's coming at people in an angle of love, if not true love, at least in the sense of making some of what he's saying digestible
Mhm.
initially is digestible. Whereas Kevin Samuels, you got one or two choices with that guy. You either listening to what he's saying or you ain't, which means you either like what you say, what he's saying, or you don't. And what I found is it's not so much gender based because I found a mix of it's a lot of dudes that really don't like the guy, and it's a lot of women that don't like the guy. But I've seen there's a lot of women that like the guys as well, and it's a lot of guys that like the dude too. So I guess it depends on your makeup.
Yeah, I mean, the
Uh,
dude got like 800,000 followers on YouTube or something. So somebody like him. Somebody
I mean,
interested.
right. Even if they just on there to troll, they
I've been
still
waiting on
giving
one. I'm
him.
finna sit right here. Go ahead,
right.
kid.
No, this same thing. Like even if I mean he does have a lot of followers, even if they just on there to troll him, he still got the followers. So I'm not gonna
Yeah.
take that away from him. But Continue.
So what about his message though?
I think he.
Which
I
one are
think
we
he
talking
speaks some
about?
truth.
Right.
Which
Yeah,
message
yeah.
are we talking about?
It depends on what he
He's
speaking.
got a lot to say about a lot, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So which message?
So
Which message are we talking about at this point?
let's start on what I consider to be a bit of the easier path. Dr. Umar Johnson, the Prince of Pan Africanism, as Kevin Samuel put it. Right.
Okay.
Let's start on him. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on him?
I mean, I feel like he's a bit extreme with some things. But at the same time, like I said, I guess like we talked about earlier, it's all about the delivery. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Of what's being said. And
Right.
he does have a better delivery.
Yeah.
I believe, like you say, Jig, he come with that positive love, but it's a lot of he under a lot of scrutiny. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying? So, as much positive as he proclaimed to be and do, he got a lot of negative backlash. You know what I'm saying? Like things with his school situation. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to be opening up 2 schools, but he's trying to get funding from black people. You know, black people just to like volunteer to do these services like plumbing, electrician. I watched what was it on the Breakfast Club? He did Breakfast Club brung him on, and he did an interview on the Breakfast Club, and he spoke
Mm-hmm.
about the school. They asked Charlamagne asked him about it, and he got to speaking, and he wanted basically a bunch of volunteers to come volunteer their time to get these schools up, where he didn't got funding for these schools as well. But he say he don't, you know what I'm saying? He say it's non-profit or whatever, but it's not. He just need black folks to volunteer their time. Bro, build them schools so these people can get in there and get educated.
Right,
I
because
mean, there's nothing wrong with volunteering.
It's
I mean,
not,
but at
but
the same time,
you need
you have
work. You need work. You need
yeah,
plumbers. You need
yeah.
electricians. You need a whole contracting crew.
Yeah.
You can't. Ain't nobody volunteering that much service and trying to. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, this ain't Habitat for Humanity.
Right.
Okay. We live in under
Yeah.
capitalism.
I
Can't too
mean,
many people
I can get
afford
like
all
if a
this
big corporation or like a
volunteer.
big construction company could volunteer maybe a weekend or something, but I don't expect them to volunteer like everything for free or they all their time.
Right.
Yeah, so that's kind of where I am with it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I like some of the, not all of the stuff. I like some of the stuff he says. To me, he ends up becoming too far over towards the Hotep mentality, right? Because I don't agree just because you got a white partner that you don't love the culture or you've turned your back on the culture. And he's a descendant of Frederick Douglass, right? And he makes it plain and simple that that's who he is. However, his aunt was married to Frederick Douglass before Frederick Douglass married outside of his race. So if you have a white spouse, you can't bring him or her to the meeting or to the barbecue. Like, nah, bro, we ain't finna play that game with you, baby. I got time for that. You got time for that. You doing
No,
too
he
much at
don't
that
have
point
time
to
for
me.
that because I love my white sister-in-laws. So, and they gonna be at every function. If I'm there, they there.
Right.
And if they ain't
Right.
welcome, you better believe I ain't coming. So,
So I'm gonna tell
yo
you, like
pick.
me, a guy for like the volunteer work, and Cecil just commented on it as well. Yeah, a guy that work 40, just do a 40-hour week. You know what I'm saying, in construction.
Mm,
I'm not gonna go
he said,
volunteer, you know what I'm saying, on the weekend to go help, you know what I'm saying, fund this, or you know what I'm saying. I mean, I'm not speaking honestly, you know what I'm saying. As a worker, I got kids too. I got a
Mm-hmm.
I got a school I'm trying to build here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Educate
Right.
these kids and spend time and do different things, get these kids out. But I can't do that if I give my 40 here and then so he was asking a lot, and then I heard he got funded.
but
That
a
was my
weekend is a
big,
lot. I mean, maybe not even a weekend, like a couple hours on a Saturday.
For what? Because touching on what Dirk was just saying,
you can't get it done. You can't get that work done.
let me give you an example, right?
Go ahead, G.
If if I ask you for $10,000 towards a project, and I only give 2,000, I only invest actually 2,000 into that project, and then I begin to ask you for volunteer for you to volunteer with that project, how you gonna look at me, right? Because you got $10,000 net to start, so you should be able to get your wood, you should be able to get your materials, you should be able to get your labor, you should be able to do payroll. At that point, you got $10,000 to work with, right? But I'm only giving you a $2,000 product initially, and then I'm going to ask you to volunteer more of your time after you've actually given me your resources directly. That's lame, honestly, and that's just so he's actually his net worth is over $1 million. It's several million dollars, right? And a lot of that he might have earned honestly because he, as he claims, he's a legit schoolhouse professionally licensed psychologist. So he might have got some of that, like honestly. But what's going on with the money that people have donated? Where's the brick?
Oh, and
Where's Young Brick?
don't ask them to show you no financial statements to prove to you that they've done what they're supposed to do with money. Oh,
Right.
you
And I'm not talking about
Uh-oh.
donations. I'm talking about federal funding for these schools.
That
right.
too.
You know what I'm saying? So if you getting funding from the government to go ahead and solidify your programs, man, teach them kids, man. Get on. Hey, stop that.
Mm-hmm.
But getting off Umar, you know what I'm saying? When he came on his live and he spoke about he was like it was 12 people making money off of YouTube disrespecting black women. You know, he didn't mention no names, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? Real guy. You know what I'm saying? I respected him for that. He ain't mentioned no names.
Right.
Kevin Samuels took it upon himself to like, wait a minute. I guess he's talking to me. That's how I found out.
I feel like he was cloud chasing at that point. He was like, "Oh, I'm finna just attach myself to this man."
Right.
Because I know
Another way to
right.
attach myself.
Right. And keep my to get my and now and look, people are definitely talking about him. Because before all of this, I didn't even know who this dude was.
So
Me?
just to be clear, Kevin Samuels already had a platform before he even mentioned Dr. Umar Johnson. Honestly, he
I mean,
actually
and that's
did. He
fine. I
legit
never
did.
knew who he was.
Yeah.
So
And maybe mentioning Dr. Umar, and I don't think he did it intentionally, was a bit of a catalyst that pushed him a bit forward
I
and
think it
got
was
him
intentional.
more.
It was
I
definitely
don't think it
intentional.
was.
It
And the
definitely
reason why I
was.
don't think it was is because he was actually talking to a young lady and she mentioned it. And he stopped and was like, why y'all think that I'm going to talk to you like Dr. Umar Johnson, Prince Mother Queen, beautiful sister, yada yada. He was like, that's not who I am. You know what I mean? So I don't think it was like directly intentional that he pushed Dr. Umar Johnson in her like that, as opposed to people expecting the same thing from him, and he's a completely different man than Dr. Umar Johnson was delivering to people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
And
Okay.
So
Okay.
let's go to Mr. Samuels. What's y'all thoughts on Mr. Samuels then? Go ahead. Ladies, y'all ain't spoke. God let the lady speak.
Yeah.
I feel the temperature in the room heating up.
I'm with Wanda in that I didn't have any idea who Kevin Samuel was, you know. And now that I've watched about 7 minutes of TikTok and some stuff like that, I hate that I ever had to watch those videos. And I hate that I can't take those 7 minutes of my life. Okay?
You can never get them back. Never.
Yeah, I mean, the little research, as far as I know, he's a fashion guy. He's into fashion and style. He don't have no kind of degrees or anything to even, feel like he can sit up there and tell people what they should do and look like and who wants who and all of that stuff. And frankly, I think the way that he speaks to women is very emotionally abusive and mentally abusive. And I would tell any lady out there, like, don't talk to him.
So, Jim, do we got any type of degrees or anything? Because all like interviews I done seen, he was like, I done set up with different therapists and this and that, But I don't, like Chase say, I don't know if he
Just
really
because
has
I sit in a room full of
degrees.
doctors don't make me no doctor.
I
Yeah,
mean,
Just
y'all
because
correct,
I sit in,
correct.
just
just
because
reading
I
this
sit in a
Bible earlier
doggone nest
today.
don't make me a
Because
bird. I'm
right,
just
I
saying,
did
come on
research
now.
it,
And
so I
something
don't know
called
if he got
chemical
something far
engineering. I read
So I
on
owe y'all an answer on that. I owe y'all an answer on that, and I'll go and do my research and check and see. That's a
Umar
great
does
question.
have degrees, so
But
Okay.
here's another question. Here's another question. How many degrees does Oprah have?
I mean, but she get people to talk to you. It ain't like she out here
Oh,
giving
hold
advice
on, no, hold. Yeah, she gives a lot of advice. Oprah gives a
about stuff
lot
that
of
she know
advice.
about.
yeah, and it's
On
usually
stuff
about
that she knows
love too.
about.
It ain't about putting somebody down.
And
Know,
I'm
he's
not
talking about
disagreeing with y'all.
time for that.
I'm not disagreeing with you. But if you're willing to listen to one person who might not be credentially qualified to do it, why can't you do it with somebody else?
Because he ain't saying
Well,
shit on
Oprah
the
got a
spirit.
whole lot more experience than he does. Well, she got a
and
degree.
what she put Dr. Phil on, and we all know
A
he's a
25-year
fraud.
career.
Dr. Phil was a fraud, and she
Dr.
put him
Phil ain't got
on.
nothing to do with
Hey,
this.
don't you talk about Dr. Phil like
Dr.
that.
He's
Phil ain't
a
got nothing to do
fraud,
with this.
man.
And ain't
Dr. Phil
nobody
ain't
out
got
here
nothing to do with
worshiping
this.
her. And ain't
Talk
nobody
about
about
a
to
guy that ain't got no degrees.
Ain't
Right.
nobody
I'm
none of them.
again.
Sir,
I'm just
I'm not.
Dr. Phil has
I
nothing
would
to do with this conversation.
I'm just
I'm
He
not
with Oprah.
disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing. I'm simply pointing out our availability
he's a
to
fashion.
listen to
He should
to
talk
listen
about
to
fashion.
one person and be able to be receptive to their message versus listening to
And
another
it's the
person.
way
I
in
get
which
you.
you deliver your message to. Oprah
Yeah.
knows
I'm just
how
saying,
to
somebody
deliver
hurt
her message
dude.
and how
Somebody
to
hurt
get
his
it
feelings
through to
real
people.
bad.
So
Okay?
I feel you, Jig.
Oprah
I
talks
feel
to
you,
you
Jig.
like you five. Nobody, you can't get people to even digest what you're saying when you come into them a certain way.
But Oprah crowd is women.
Right.
Oprah
Okay.
crowd is women. It's a woman crowd.
It
Ooh,
seems like a lot of
Chile.
women do him too.
Who Stedman?
You-
We talking about Samuels and Umar Johnson. Where's Stedman coming to the
I
conversation?
mean that's you said a male. Men don't watch Oprah.
Yes,
I
they
think a lot
do.
of men do actually watch Oprah. They're probably not your type of men, but there
But
is a
men
lot of
do watch
guys who
Okay,
watch
Oprah.
so this the other thing. Oprah audience is white.
We are not talking about Oprah. We're not talking about Dr. Phil. We talking about
No,
Kevin
we're not. We're
Samuels.
not.
We
We're
not
not.
okay.
We're not. But I
We
was.
can bounce off of that. But so we gonna go back to our audience. We gonna go back to a black audience with Kevin Samuels.
Yeah, and again,
That's the audience.
I
That's
was
the
simply
audience.
trying to
That was
figure out.
that was my whole perspective on bringing it into this. You know what I'm saying? Oprah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We spoke about names. You know what I'm saying? So his crowd is black women.
Now, with that being said, right? Because let me throw this out here. Although I definitively appreciate both Dr. Umar Johnson and the work he does, as well as Kevin Samuels and the work he does, I don't agree with some of the things that they're saying, right? I don't agree with Kevin Samuels' delivery because that's not the way I would deliver my message, right? I don't agree with Dr. Umar Johnson and his financial standings with things, right? If you promise people something, you got to give it to
Give it
them.
to him.
However, there are some things that Kevin Samuel says that are flat out truth, and people aren't willing to listen to it because you're too hung up on his message, on his delivery, rather. If people are too hung up on his delivery and not listening to his actual message.
What's the message, Pat? Tell us what the message is.
So one of the things that Kevin Samuel said that I 100% agree with is, first off, as a partner, as the man in the relationship, we're not the psychologist for the woman, right? We'll listen to you all day, and we'll try and say the right thing, and we'll even try and a lot of times give you say the things that you don't want to hear. But at the end of the day, simply from your experience as an individual, there are some things that we can't fix, and you need to seek professional help for that.
What does he have to say for the male experience from the male perspective about how y'all supposed to look and how much money y'all supposed to have and what size y'all supposed to be?
Oh, he didn't got down on some cats to
Yeah,
the point to where
Yeah.
I had to hit pause and like think, if I was in this situation, how would I react? Because it was a guy that called in and was giving him some bullshit, and he was like, "So you got a big dick?" And the guy was like, "Huh? What?" He was like, "Yeah, are you packing?" He was like, "Well, I don't know." He was like, "No, you would know whether or not you got a big dick. If you got a big dick, you got a big dick. If you don't, you don't." Right? And he gave it to the dude like that, and then he said, "You're wasting her time. If you ain't got a job, you ain't got this, you ain't doing that, you ain't at least give her some good dick. You ain't even doing that.
I
Get
see
off my
you.
get off my
I
line.
see you.
Get off my line." Because it was a dude that was trying to get a high value woman, but the dude ain't had shit to bring to her. He had nothing at all. He didn't even have a dust bunny on the floor that you could sweep up with a damn broom. Dude had
Let's
nothing.
look at it real quick. What the F is a high value woman?
That's a great question. So
Money.
it's not just a high value woman, it's a high value man also. And this is the part that I disagree with him on. Because I can't intrinsically I know how I feel I'm worth, and I know externally what I can bring to a relationship,
Mm-hmm.
right? So what I can do brings value to me personally, but he might not see it that way. And that's where he and I differ. Again, just like with women, the type of woman that I'm attracted to, he might not think is a high value woman, but I beg to differ because this is what she brings to me personally as a man. And this is how she
Mm-hmm.
adds to me. I don't need a woman's finances. I'll make that on my own. I need several other different areas of support for you to add to me. So the shit that he's talking when it comes to that, he can kill that because I flat out disagree with him on.
I think I got a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? I think he was just saying like, uh, pretty much like as all people. You know what I'm saying? I think our uh, what is the word? Not what we want, but what we think we want. I'm trying to think of. I can't think of the word right now, but
That's them
uh,
goddamn cinnamon sticks.
no, no. I mean, no. It's a. I mean, I'm gonna fire one up in a minute, but outside of that,
Yeah.
outside of
Okay.
that, it was just you know what I'm saying.
Look,
Our perspective. You know what I'm saying. What we want, what we think we want, we don't. We set so much expectations up on everybody else because of our standards, like you were saying, like our you know what I'm saying. What I think is good, the next man might not think is good. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But
exactly. It's
But we
guaranteed.
set we set so much standards on ourselves. We set our standards up so high. So for me, like I say, I would have been with a Latino woman. I like bright women with long hair. You know what I'm saying? That's my perspective on what I think a gorgeous woman is.
Ooh.
That's my perspective. I ain't never dated a woman like that in my life.
That's
I'm kind of scared to ask you
interesting.
that this next question because
That's
shit.
true.
Because
I ain't never dated a woman like that in my life. So that's what I'm
That's
saying. My perspective on what I thought I wanted or
right.
what I
yeah,
thought, or what I perceived as the woman of
Right. The desirable woman. Yeah.
it's not the case. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I found
It's
myself with what Kevin
bullshit.
Samuels would say would be a bunch of average women, and I think
but
these
see,
women are beautiful. You know what I'm saying? But
right,
Kevin
Right.
Samuels
right,
would put them in a category as average
It's
women.
read them down. Mm-hmm.
Right.
yeah, and
So
Yeah.
so that's another difference that I have with him. Like I don't see any one person, and this is just my perspective and how I like to deal with people personally on a one-on-one. I don't see as anybody as simply being average, right? It's if I want to engage in some type of conversation with somebody and I'm trying to rate them, it's up to me to pull that ability out because they shouldn't trust me with it initially. I haven't earned that right. So I can't say on an external level that, oh, you know what I'm saying, you just average. What the fuck is average though?
right,
You know?
right.
I haven't seen her run a mile and a half or swim
Who's perfect?
500 meters or bike or anything of that nature. I ain't played basketball with her. I don't know if she average. I've never had a cooking match against her. Her skills might outweigh mine. At
Who's
that point,
perfect?
she's above average.
That's the end result. Who's perfect? So how can you
Yeah.
rate? average and above average if nobody's perfect. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Fire my cinnamon stick up.
Get it.
So,
So, ladies, what's y'all's take?
dude, like literally straight up told women that they wouldn't make good mamas. That because they ain't got
Even though he ain't even no
ABCD.
mama. It can't be a mama even if he wanted to.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He did.
Like he like if you ain't got A, B,
That
and
made
C,
me
you
spit
ain't
my
no
drink
high
out.
value woman.
That's horrible.
You're not a 10. If I think I'm a fucking 10, I'm a fucking 10.
Okay? Period.
I don't
Right.
care who think it,
And
who
you are
don't. If I
nobody
think I'm a
to tell me.
10, I'm a 10.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I might wake up some days and feel like an 8, but I'm gonna go through my day like I'm a fucking 10.
Mm.
Okay.
Self-confidence.
And who gonna tell me that I ain't? Who gonna check me, boo?
He talks to the right women for a reason. He talks to certain type of women for a reason, you know.
Yeah, he be out them low sales.
Conversation with
So-
Queen Latifah or Jada Pinkett or somebody.
Right, you ain't right. You ain't never heard him speak to Angela Bassett or
Right, Davis. You know, let's get
anybody. Like, come on now.
You know.
He out
You
here
know-
trying to be in a Silver Fox game up here looking like a gray otter. Boy, get your ass out of here.
Yeah.
Did you just call him a
Sick
great
it up.
otter?
I sure did.
Dragging your ass.
Wow.
Dragging.
Wow.
Boy, bad.
Yeah.
Next.
Nobody cares about what he has to say on this side of the screen, at least. We
Right.
moved
Like,
on.
I mean, I
and
literally
I'm
only
mad
agreed
we
with
had to
like
talk
one
about
thing that
it.
he said, and I was like, okay, I can see that point. But everything else, I was like, who are you? The audacity.
Yeah.
The
Like Jig say,
audacity.
he got some
As
positive
if black
points.
women don't have enough issues
I'm
to deal with.
I'm sorry.
Like
I'm sorry.
I said, I literally like when after I heard everything, it made me feel like middle school again. Because I wasn't a light skinned chick with the long hair. No, I wasn't. But I was
That's
still
what I was
beautiful
gonna
in
get
my
to.
own right.
He constantly cuts people off when they're trying to talk and stuff like that.
Right. He has no respect.
You can't even talk to him. He's that kind of person you can't really have a real
Because
conversation
he already
with.
got the damn
Well, I
beat.
don't know. I don't know.
Who
He
are
does.
you?
He already
Who
know
are
everything,
you?
though.
I mean, but he
Exactly.
does. I'm sorry, ladies. He does give
He's
you.
never gonna be wrong in his own mind about
He'll
anything.
be like, okay, I'm sorry. I listen to you. He tell people, he's like, well, I listen to you. Will you listen to me? You know what I'm saying? So he get that platform. He don't pretty much, he a bully. I still think he a bully in my eyes.
Yeah.
I don't like bullies. I don't.
But I think but he still give you your
Great
time to
honor
speak.
audacity.
And I think the young ladies
Right,
that come
Ricky.
on pretty much stick their foot in their mouth. You know what I'm saying?
And the
Based
thing
off
is,
his question.
he's talking to young chicks. These chicks be in their 20s, early
Right.
30s. These chicks are literally learning their way. They're navigating their way.
Yeah.
We got some interviews
They're
with
trying
some
to figure
50
it
plus
out.
women.
And
You know what I'm saying?
what type of lessons are you teaching them? Some bull?
Yeah.
Right. You're sitting there and verbally abusing these women.
Because I don't have
Really?
a Coke bottle shape, I'm not going to get a high value man. What's high value to you
You ain't this.
may not
This
be high
ain't
value to
right.
me.
You just be this way, this size. Like, dude, that's abusive in a relationship. I'll be out of that relationship. No.
Oh yeah, it is. I agree. That is abusive in a relationship.
No.
That's
Absolutely.
abusive.
No. You're not good enough. You ain't never gonna be good enough. You look this way, you'll never be
He
Miss
got that
America.
Mr. and C
Why you think
thing
you ever
going
succeed
on.
in anything?
Like I
Like,
said,
who
somebody hurt the little
wants to
gray
talk to
otter.
him?
And he butt
The
sore
Gray
right now.
Otter.
So
Nobody wants
he
to
out
talk
here
Is
to
trying
that his new
to bring
nickname,
down
Karen?
everybody
The
else.
Gray Otter?
The Gray Otter.
The gray
Yeah,
otter.
He pull his
he be
picture
on
up
that.
color lazy.
He be on that mental Ike Turner shit.
The Gray
I
Otter.
Right.
agree.
Oh, he got the pinky ring salute. He a player.
He's a fashion guy. That's what he
Hey,
really
He can
does for a
play
living.
these
He's like a
nuts.
stylist. Like he gives people advice on how to dress and interviewing and just their own personal style.
Okay, and I can see
so
him
He
doing
really
that.
does.
so
I mean,
so he giving relationship advice, right?
and
And he
he'd been
been
divorced
divorced twice,
twice.
right?
How long were these marriages? Does anybody know
Probably
how
not
long were
very
these
long,
marriages?
seeing how he talked to women.
Yeah, and also remember that he his age group, the way he interacts, he's talking to women from his perspective, from a traditional era. right?
Yeah.
And that's where he's pushing women back into, and that's not the day and age it is no more, baby. That just ain't it, right?
Nope.
So with that being said, what I don't like is the thing that I don't like seeing is these women or girls or however you want to classify them at this point are looking for validation from a man, but it's the wrong man. And
Exactly.
that type of toxic masculinity, if you want to call it masculinity, is going to continue to spill over because now this is their guide. This is what they think guys are, and they're going to run into a good guy that's not going to be on that Kevin Samuels shit, and they're going to miss that opportunity
I thought the
to
man was
have that good
a
guy.
prophet or a deacon at a church or something. Like I thought he had some type of spiritual, like why are people clinging to
No.
saying like
The
he's
gray
some
otter just fell out
spiritual
of his
leader or
pond
something?
and
It's
then
really
flopped on our
strange.
social media. That's what just
Yeah,
happened.
he can go back into obscurity
Oh my
in
God.
my
And
life at
like,
least.
okay, he's been divorced twice, but he literally told a woman on one of the things that I watched, basically, once you're divorced, you're damaged goods.
Well,
I'm just not
So
gonna
how
Are
do
sit
you
up
you?
do
I
there
that
mean,
and
though?
so
let
how damaged is
you talk
he?
to me.
You've been divorced twice, sir. So you're
Okay,
dumpster water. You're pretty damaged.
okay. So what are
ooh,
you?
dumpster
Right.
water is so fucking
Dumpster
disgusting
water,
too.
sir.
You know, dumpster
Sir.
water be having like some little
Sir.
maggots and shit in it.
Okay. Nobody's
Oh, so we
listening to
got
yours twice. Goodbye.
Sir.
Cecil and Mike had two comments, right? And I dig
Okay.
what Cecil
Yeah,
saying.
see, I ain't even tripping. MC was on.
What's happening, MC? Shout out to you.
So Cecil said, well, the problem is way too many people make standards for everything. I don't care for no high value anything, but I also know my worth as well.
See, so you got
Yeah.
standards though. I
Everybody
mean,
has
everybody
standards.
got standards. You know what I'm saying? So, bruh,
I don't
uh,
know, because I've always just
I know
liked
you
people
don't
like
set.
me.
Well, I set my standards high, and that's what I was saying. I think that's what we all do as people. You know what I'm saying? We set our standards too high, and we shit on other people. You know what I'm saying? To an extent. You know what I'm saying? Because
That's
if our
crazy.
standards went so, I like I say, I told y'all my preference. That's
Mm-hmm.
the word, Jig. The cinnamon stick just kicked in. I fired it up and it came together. Preference. Everybody has a preference. Everybody has a preference on what they think their ideal person is
Right,
for
Mm-hmm.
right,
them.
right.
Yeah, that's true. And it's funny you say
Yeah.
that
That's
because
probably what he should
my
come
ideal
out
person,
with.
my ideal person is actually the person that I'm with now because that she was the prototype. And
Man,
Mm-hmm.
everything else
no,
after
Yeah.
it
that,
ain't. No,
And
it ain't.
you didn't
it
let
is.
society tell you what's the highest level of beauty is for a woman,
Right.
Mhm.
Before Kevin Samuels came in, I think I set my own standards and I'm on the same level as he was. Oh, if you ain't a Beyonce, you ain't this and that, and that's not true.
Right,
That's
Right,
not
right.
true.
Mike.
Yeah, because I done
But
seen some women that I wouldn't normally date, right? Regardless of why I wouldn't normally date them, but I have to look at them and be like, hey,
Yeah.
she's
her attitude is
dope.
dope as
Like,
shit.
right. Like we've had this conversation. And I was
Yeah,
like,
like
you know,
her
that's not
attitude is
really
dope
my
as a
type, but
motherfucker.
like his spirit is
Now,
dope as hell.
And
Like,
all
yeah.
this
Now,
stuff
can I bring her around?
good to you.
Yeah, can I bring her around the family? Maybe not. So that might be a problem. That might be a problem,
We'll drag you, we're gonna
right?
drag you.
for a minute,
Yeah.
it only happens for a little while, and then
No,
they
it
get
don't.
over it. They'll get
No, it
over it.
don't.
No, that shit would last a lifetime. A lifetime. Every time we would
Oh
come
my
somewhere,
God.
y'all be like,
Well, I
cuz,
think a lot of people have
Not
experienced,
me,
cuz.
because
not
beauty is in the eye of the
falling in love.
beholder.
Yeah,
But we're all the
The
beholders
ugly is
sooner or later.
bone deep.
I think
Right. We
I
are
think a
all
lot
the
of people
beholder.
have
Say
experienced,
that, kids.
meeting somebody for the first time and not being initially physically attracted to them, but over time and getting to know them, you start having
Right.
this physical attraction does start to happen over time because
You
you
start
Sure.
finding like
fall in
cute
love with
features. You be
other
like,
parts of who
Right.
they are.
like
Even
a
even
lot
Alligator.
of
for women.
when and he
For
smiled a
women
little
initially.
bit, yeah. But no,
For
like
women
look,
initially, yeah. But men, we are very external in our initial survey and observance of what we're looking at, right?
mhm.
So if we don't see somebody that is physically pleasing to us, we might be able to engage with them, but it doesn't. It would be hard even over time because again, we generally speaking, men, what we
Can't bring
see,
her to the barbecue. I can't
yeah,
bring her to the
I mean,
cookout.
maybe
You hear
that's
me?
yeah, and
one of the key things that's different between male and female. You know,
Shoot,
yeah,
if I had been
absolutely,
with somebody,
that
y'all dare y'all
physical
talk
absolutely.
about my
way
ugly
better than
man like
you guys can.
so,
See, see, y'all
so.
male cousins or y'all male brothers or whatever, they ain't gonna dog y'all at the barbecue. If one
Yes,
of
they
us
would.
brung a female to the barbecue, oh y'all gonna ride her to the end. And so
To
instead of
the
y'all riding her,
end.
y'all gonna ride us.
I told you,
And
my
I'm
little
like, hey
sister, bless
girl,
her,
you want some
like rest
Texas
in peace and
salad?
bless her soul. But I was dating one chick, and me and Candy got a little chance to just like duck off and go to make a liquor run, and she was like, "Brother, that ain't true. That ain't true." And I was like, "Huh?" She's like, "Nah, that ain't true.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna work out.
But I
That
think
ain't
at
even
the
your
same time,
standard."
if this was a woman who you were really serious about and she came around the family and everybody loved who she was a great woman, all of that, what she looked like will eventually fade away.
Boy,
Yep.
y'all sound crazy. What y'all sipping on?
I literally only been literally I drank lemon water today. Literally,
Well,
that
Hey,
is
hey,
it.
that's what I.
I'm not about to be dragging nobody's partner
That's
they
what I.
may
That's
look
what I'm
to
saying. That's what I'm saying. We
I
love.
literally
We
only drank lemon
immature.
water all day.
no. We love y'all so much that we ain't never told y'all that like that guy ain't the one. But every
I mean,
time
I
we
wish
show
for
up at
some
the
of them
event,
y'all
every
would
time we
have.
show up,
Maybe.
no,
Just like maybe to say something. Maybe.
we might say
Maybe.
something, but we ain't gonna ride it out. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
I
I can
mean, no,
tell
cuz.
I
y'all.
ain't nobody ever came to me and said nothing. Probably should
That's what
See,
I'm
have,
I
but
told
haven't.
so that's what I'm saying. So I can tell y'all about events. I'm glad Alice on right now. Uh,
Hot
my
sister?
yes. We was at
hey,
a birthday. We was at it was my birthday party. Me and Dre had a birthday party together. We shared it at
Oh,
EXO.
sweet Jesus. I know where this going.
We kicked it. See, so you must have been in on it too. You know what I'm saying?
I had
My,
nothing to do with it.
my aunt Tanya come to me because my aunt Tanya came to me and she was like, nephew, uh, I think your cousins then took this girl's shoes. The chick I had been to the
uh-oh,
party with me, you know what I'm saying?
uh-oh.
She took her shoes, she took her heels off and she set them in our section and they hit her shoes. You know what I'm saying? But my auntie seen it, she seen it happen and she got her old girl shoes, you know what I'm saying? But she was like, nephew, uh, I think your cousin just took your little girlfriend or your female friend. That's what she
Yeah,
said.
that's a
She was like
mess.
your female friend shoes. We had a great night though.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I had to tell one of our cousins before because this was when I was drinking hard, and one of our other cousins and I, we was walking up the street. We was walking up Shaw drinking, just banging a bottle of Tanqueray straight, no chasing.
Oh my goodness.
And that's how the night went. We went over
Well,
to
y'all
Cuz
used to
Creek and
play.
we kicking it. Yeah, we used to get after it. We was kicking it, whatever, and the night wore thin. I passed out, he passed out, Cuzzo passed out. And I remember waking up because I heard somebody at the door. I ain't paying no never mind or whatever. You know, she came to the door and let old boy in, and he sat down. Now I'm a little hungover, right? I remember waking up and looking at dude, and I went back to sleep immediately because I swear to God, nothing in life could be this fucking ugly and unattractive that my beautiful cousin is just talking to. So I literally went back to sleep. Woke back up later, the demon dude was gone. And I went to Cuz, I'm like, Cuz, I
Say
swear, I
ugly.
woke
I
up and
remember that.
I saw a demon sitting in the corner of your house. And she started laughing. And she was like, nah, that was blase blah. And I was like, oh no, you can't do that. That dude is ugly as hell. Like
Oh
literally,
my
he looked like a
God.
demon. You can't bring that to this family, not like that. Because I'm gonna clown that motherfucker for the rest of his life.
Mess up the whole
Literally.
pool.
Yeah, the whole gene pool. So again, like I
Now,
said, men.
our family got some strong genes though, so it
Is
might have
true.
been, it might have been all right.
Y'all was
Yeah.
No,
looking
it
out.
wouldn't have
Y'all
been
was
all right.
looking out for us. Y'all was looking out for us, but y'all was strong. Y'all was blunt. Y'all was Kevin Samuels back at the time. You know.
Right. And y'all don't even know it.
No.
Yes, y'all. Yeah. The women that are close to you gonna protect you just like a mother would. You know what I'm saying? That's just that
Yeah.
instinct. You know what I'm saying? Before the time comes. You know what I'm saying? Oh, so Wanda, you don't remember when T.O. had that show out with him and his two
No
executives?
What
Hey,
happened?
I say you remember when T.O. had his show out back in the
Yes, I
day?
do. I used to love that show.
Right, that was you and Allie Pooh. You know what I'm saying? In my life. You know what I'm saying? Right. That was y'all back in my life. Right. You think about it. I put y'all in that role back then.
Oh my
Y'all
greatness!
was the two women that was the executives in my life. You know what I'm saying? At that time, peace. You know what I'm saying? I can't be
Executives. All right,
I
executives.
was listening to them at that time. You know what I'm saying?
I'll take it.
So
Single male, they was looking out for me, you know.
Somebody had to do it.
Yeah.
so with that being said,
Somebody had to do it.
with that being said, how would one of them handle, right? If we was just like if we was with a chick hanging out at the party or whatever, and she had her friends there or whatever, and we like low key scoping her friend or whatever, and then me and Obey break up, but I go and snatch a friend up.
Mm.
You know, how would that play out with y'all?
I see where you're going.
That's for another show.
I see what you're doing.
That's for another show.
I didn't understand the question.
That's for another
Okay.
It's for another
No.
show.
I see
It's
where
for
he's
another show.
going. He's
I don't
talking
understand
about
the question.
he's talking about if he was oh dude, Portia's new fiance.
Okay,
Now
Mm-hmm.
if he
we're trying to go ahead and transition smoothly.
I see what he did
Portia
there.
thought.
Whoa.
We about to give you some Portia Williams.
Come on, yeah, let's transition. Let's transition.
Since we
Whoa.
talking about it,
Let's
and
transition.
this segment is gonna be called "What Do the Men Think About This Mess?"
I ain't got no problem with no thought. You know what I'm saying? But she's a thought.
Jesus.
I ain't got
Why
no
she
problem
gotta
with
be a
thoughts.
thought though? Let's unpack this. Let's
Okay,
unpack
my
it.
bad. It's hot girl season. It's hot girl
Fuck
season.
that. No, fuck that. That's some bullshit.
I'm
Let's
just
not do
saying.
that.
I'm
Let's
just
not do
saying.
that. No, let's not do that. Because if it's gonna be hot girl season, god damn it, it's gonna be hot boy season too.
Yeah.
I
Right?
mean, if
No.
you
Because
feel like it's
everybody
hot, be hot. If your
and
business, be
everybody finna
hot.
run around this motherfucker like we doing Freaknik again. And there's too many STDs out here.
Let's just remind people what
Only
this
thing out right now is Corona.
because me and Wanda
Ain't
got
nobody getting no
together and we
STDs.
did a
The only
live.
thing out right now is Corona. So if you ain't getting Corona,
Oh
then
my God.
it's hot girl season. They out here, G.
Yeah.
Ooh, Alice, I see what you said.
It's
What
gonna
Allie Pooh say? What she say?
her friend.
But
They
just
out
for the
here.
record,
It's
she
hot
ain't
girl
run through
season.
me. She ain't run through me. I didn't get that.
You know it.
I don't know what y'all laughing at.
You know what?
Y'all gotta put me up on it. I don't know what y'all laughing at.
Yes. So
Oh,
y'all thoughts.
You know what?
Portia thoughts.
Oh,
Y'all thoughts.
You finna go to the corner, little mama.
so
You going to the
Shay,
corner.
that's actually
5-minute
so
detention.
from a thought to a thought,
Right.
you know
Can we put her
thoughts.
in
Shay.
timeout? Is it possible?
Say
Put
that's a
her in the
true
Cecil
ass
corner.
statement.
You could really
Put her in
put
the
her in
Cecil
5 minutes.
corner.
Right. Yeah, that shit was hilarious. That was a dope ass comment. I'm throwing that out there.
I mean, the problem with men calling women thoughts and stuff, because everybody know y'all
No,
didn't thought
because
Wait,
right.
wait,
It's
Damn
men
right.
thoughts out here.
wait.
Damn right.
We've been out here though.
It's
y'all
men
been out
thoughts out here
there.
too. Yeah, we
And
we
girls
are
still
equally thought. It's an equal individual, like it's an equal opportunity thought
yeah.
coalition over here.
Absolutely. If we have the ability to put a body count on a woman and then begin to be like she a hoe. Hey, bruh,
That same
if
count
your
goes for
body count
guys.
match hers, guess what you are?
You're a
Because
thigh.
we ain't
That's
finna
how
change the
you,
rules for
that's
you.
how you understand how some men process things. When you have that kind of angle and you can't reflect on the things that you do, so you won't judge other people for doing the same thing, whatever they sex is, whatever their gender is, then you already know, like,
I don't know. I'm still a gentleman and a scholar.
When it's put to okay, so let's
Okay.
be honest about that
Okay.
statement
All
too,
Oh
right.
man, G,
because
hold on. Whose side you on?
oh, I'm on the dude side, but I ain't finna
Okay.
like try and throw it
I'm a
out here
gentleman
like
and a scholar.
we
There
don't
we
like
be
go.
nobody's side but fat side.
right. I'm finna be fair about it. You dig? I'm finna be straight up
I
fair
don't like
about
you
it.
being fair and honest, man.
I
No
have
way.
to. I
All
have
right.
to. That's who I am.
Shoot.
That's who
Yeah.
I am. So I'm a gentleman and a scholar too.
Okay,
But if
okay.
I see a hoe, I'm finna address her and interact with her like she a hoe. She ain't finna get the same type of dude as a gentleman and a scholar because I know what she is. And when I was going through my hoe phase, I expected women to interact with me like I was being a freaking hoe because that's what I was.
Well put, gentlemen.
Flat
Well
out.
put, gentlemen.
Well, sometimes when you're out
Message.
doing your activities, um, feelings get
Oh, Tiffany.
involved.
That
Yeah,
moves in
feelings
different
get involved with
areas.
activities,
We got hoes
and
over here, hoes over
who's over
there.
there?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
So,
like,
oh, I'm sorry, Wanda. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
geez,
I
Oh,
just
no, no,
want y'all to
ma'am.
Goodness.
see this new and
so
this is the latest Instagram
I can
post.
put my whole setup right there. I can put my Hennessy,
And
my Bud Light
Why
line
her
right
head looks
there.
so big on
Oh
this
my
picture?
goodness.
yeah,
so
she
we just looking at two
wrote on
hoes.
this. Yeah, she wrote on this.
Yes,
I'm
Basically.
gonna stick
there
by
we
his
go. Yes,
side.
we
This is what
are.
her
We
post
are.
was for this picture on Instagram. I'm gonna sit right by his side. I'm gonna stick by his side. And
Mhm.
Cool.
That
it
ain't
came
all
out
that was sitting
today.
by his side.
Cool, and that's cool. But that don't negate the fact that she did some
Pinky
whole
ring
ass
salute.
shit to be
Right.
with my man
She can't
Now,
get rid of
yeah.
that.
So like me and
all
Shay
day.
already
I'm
discussed
a
this.
pinky ring dude
We
on that.
Pinky ring salute.
we both
Absolutely.
said that
Well,
we could not date our friend's ex or our associate's
Nobody
ex.
should.
That's just
I
not
mean,
something we would do.
yes.
off limit for dude. That's why I
Because I
say
was
she.
just gonna ask you, Dirt. So I know a couple of your friends are married. Let's say Dre got a divorce,
Okay.
and in your situation was, you got a divorce, and y'all just found comfort in each other, you and Dre's
Right.
ex, and
Right.
you like, oh, I'm feeling her, I'm falling in love with her. Is that okay?
Hell to the no. He ain't even
So
got to
it,
answer
it
that.
is man code.
Hey, I'm gonna get on the
Absolutely.
phone like, hey Drake, she tripping.
Right. Right. And what's fucked up is I've been through that situation.
And
What?
so
Well,
how did you handle it?
Baby.
So the
talk
way
to
I
her.
handled it is, I'm a fucking G. So dude was like, hey, I'm trying to get that blase blah whoop de whoop. And I looked and I kind of chuckled. And I was like, well, go on, do what you gotta do. You know? And this shit didn't work out. But it wouldn't work out because I'm me. And if I'm with somebody, the last motherfucker they're gonna think about is me. Because I
Okay.
am who I am.
Wow.
Jigga.
So
I
I
think that's
changed
a family thing too. You know,
Yeah.
I changed
we
lives.
No,
set a
I changed
standard
lives.
around here. We
See,
set
Cecil
Right.
said
standards.
it. Cecil said it. It's a code violation.
Okay, so
It
it's
is
a
like
bro
flat
code
Flat
out.
out.
violation
It's
also.
on the
Flat
male
out.
side and the
Flat
female
out.
side.
But like, I honestly I don't know because I've seen dudes,
Oh, it
Mm-mm.
happens. It happens, cause
No, Wanda. The answer is no.
no.
I know the answer is no, but
The answer is no, Jig. But like Wanda say, it happens.
Yeah, it
Happens.
does. And for people that do that, like honestly, and that like
You
that's a
always been
shitty
there.
ass.
Yeah.
That's a shitty situation, and a
so
person needs to
you
go back and reevaluate some shit.
You
They
can't
got to
do
go
that.
back
okay.
and reevaluate some
Cause
shit.
like for a
So would
man,
you and dude
for
still be friends? Like if he came to you like man to man, was like, hey, I'm feeling such and such. I know y'all were together, but I know y'all not together no more. How do you feel? Like if he came to you man to man.
I was still his friend.
You would still be his friend.
I was. We were
I
still
still
friends
am
for
in
a
this
long
job.
time.
Okay.
And I
Wait.
couldn't do shit but laugh the whole time
This
because
was
I know the motherfucker couldn't measure up to me.
I still
Mm,
so I still am in this job. That's my still on the tape.
Y'all
You hear
friendship
me?
is over.
you have
The
broken
friendship is over.
code. You've broken
Bro, that's bruh,
code.
that's bruh. Bruh, that's bruh. How you explain that? You know what I'm saying? Bruh, that's bruh.
I mean, but sometimes you can't help who you. I'm playing devil's advocate here. You can't
Right.
help who
So
you fall in love
That's
with.
a very
so
fictitious statement.
so I
You can't
understand
help
that
that
one.
who you fall
So
in love with.
no,
False.
Some
so
people can't, but
let,
it is.
let me explain
False.
my part of it. Let me
Not
explain my
Okay,
part
go
of it.
ahead,
Why it's
Nate.
still on my mind. Let me explain my part of it. One, if a man comes to you, another man like that, like, bruh, I think I need to move on that, bruh. You already had that intention in your heart and your mind.
Exactly.
Oh,
Exactly.
Okay.
While we was
Okay.
together, you was looking at
Why?
her.
Yeah, while I
You
was
think,
together,
but what if
while
that wasn't
the
the
man was
case
with
and it just
that
happened
woman you
after
trying to get with,
y'all?
it was always there. So for a man to move, that's why I say I still on him. You know what I'm saying? Cause bro,
People got stop, man.
You was waiting
your
on this.
intention was
You was
always
waiting on
bad
this.
for your brother. That's
People have
your brother. You call him your man. Go ahead. I'm gonna let somebody else speak.
No,
Go
you
ahead.
said it. You said it right there.
So
people need to get out of these bubbles. There's way too many other men she could date. So for her to pick that one, I mean, you know, it just shows
Yes, Shay.
she's
So it
not
worked the
doing
same
enough
way for the
Yes, Shay.
woman.
expansion of her
Shay,
surroundings. She's
you better preach, goddammit. You better preach, Shay. You
I
better
mean, maybe
preach,
Atlanta
goddammit.
is small. You live in Atlanta, you know.
But
No,
the
damn that.
she don't gotta be in LA. You can meet somebody in LA, New York. I mean, we
You
got a
better,
whole
goddamn it, Shay.
But
Because the
Atlanta
world is
is
big. Shay, you better preach. You
like
but
you
better
know,
Atlanta is a
preach.
host for a
like
lot of
stay in your
reality
surroundings.
TV. Well, like Wanda saying,
I
it's
do
a
feel
host
like
of
that
a
she
lot
needed a new
of
storyline.
a reality TV. So they storylines are flawed. You know what I'm saying? They scripted.
Yep.
Okay.
But so I'm thinking that like the bowl situation was gonna fizzle out eventually, like it's doing. And so she needed another storyline to pick up for the new season so she can stay on the show.
Ooh, she could have.
Now a home wrecker would not be the well, I'm not
Morgiala,
gonna even say
we
she was a
need you
home
to
wrecker.
comment more. Morgiala put up a post. She said, before social media, all codes were broken. Big time. I'm
Okay,
just
so
saying.
who want to make a bet right now, live right now, on whether or not Portia and Simon will still be together by the time the next season of Real Housewives of Atlanta
Oh no, they
premieres?
want the
I
first
don't
one.
think they
He's
still
gonna
gonna
move
be
on.
They
together.
think.
Like, that don't got you want to bet on it. Everybody like,
I
Yeah,
bet.
No.
I bet
but
he's gonna
look at
move
her
on.
track
Nah.
record though.
Yeah.
Look at her track
No,
Portia
record.
track record. They gonna move
it ain't even
on.
just her track record.
It's
Like
a wrap.
here's an honest to God fact. Like hoes can't be with hoes.
You can't turn a hoe
Hoes
into a housewife. That's the
have to
reality.
be with something that they gotta be with somebody they can
He's chasing a
destroy. And
bag.
I'm talking about that from experience from when I
What
was
you
a
say,
hoe.
Dirt?
You can't turn a hoe into a housewife. She's chasing a bag. She's
We
chasing
turn
that
hoes
money.
into husbands all the
That's
time.
it.
So why would you say that?
From Cordell Stewart, from you
He
know,
was gay.
but he made her a trophy wife. He made her a trophy wife. So she was
No,
solidified
she was
after
his
that.
beard. She was his beard. Let's keep
She
it not a trophy.
she
She was
was
his
a
beard.
trophy wife.
She was his beard. Okay.
Portia has money, so she wants the guy
So
who
I
has.
mean, I like.
so how
Yeah.
many different women? I mean, different men that Portia and men with since Cordell?
Child, listen,
I mean,
Do I gotta bring on
she's
my other
young.
fingers?
not
Like
judging
she's
her, not
young.
judging her, but
But
I
I'm
mean,
just
she's
saying.
young. She had to find what she likes.
that's not.
Man, come on now.
What is that not
So
judging?
But this move right,
yeah.
So how is that different from
here, we talking
Now,
about
Mel?
Shay, you
right
right.
here.
This was a bad move. This was
Now
How is
definitely a
that
this
bad
different
is a
from
move.
whole
Mel?
different
Come
movie.
When he
on,
wanted
man.
time.
Okay, so let's deal with the comment. You can't help who you love. That's a bullshit ass comment.
Would you say Wanda?
Flat out.
Wanda going off. Wanda going off. What's she saying?
It's a bullshit comment. I tell you why. If you spend a certain amount of time with a person, especially if you know that your heart just got broken, you're going to naturally gravitate to the person that you are going and develop feelings for this person, right? Because you're vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
That's not love. That becomes lust, and then it's carried over emotions.
I
It's
like
not
lust
real love.
sometimes.
I do too. Shit, don't get me wrong. I love after my chick
Lust
all
be
the
feeling
time.
good. Yes, Shay.
But when you
It's a
go ahead,
lot of
Shay.
people that fall in love quickly. It's a lot of people that fall in love quickly, and Portia is one of
I
those
am not
people.
denying. No, I'm not denying that fact.
Correct.
But
Correct.
if you choose to spend time with a person, you have intent behind that shit. You've got
Yeah.
intent behind it. Regardless of if you want to fall in love with that motherfucker or not. If you don't like a person, do you fuck with him?
No.
Do you spend time with him?
No.
No.
If you have some type of intent for a person, if you think, well, maybe that motherfucker was all right, maybe they was kind of cute. Oh, I like the way he or her talked to me before. You're gonna remember this shit. You're gonna make sure you put yourself in a position to spend time with them. So you do have a choice who you fall in love with. If your homeboy and your homegirl to split up, ain't no reason why the other they friends should be spending time, that amount of time with the other person at
What if
all.
y'all was
Because
like
you
all
already
like a
had
circle of
ill
friends?
intentions.
Breeze, brother.
I don't give a
Breeze.
shit. I don't give a shit.
Okay,
Breeze,
If
Big
my
brother.
E,
Everybody's friends
homeboy,
with
I'd
everybody.
be so passionate.
Breeze,
I
brother.
don't give a
Breeze.
shit.
I
I
don't
don't
give
give a shit. If
Right,
my
Alice, he was
homeboy
definitely
broke up
passionate.
with his chick tomorrow and me and her are real friends, it's cool. But if you broke up, I need to separate myself from her. I
Breeze,
have to.
brother. Breeze, brother.
It's a must because
I don't like you.
I cannot be inserted to that whirlwind of emotion that she's finna feel. I've been where she's been and I know what's finna happen. And what niggas do,
Oh,
not what men do, but what
mm.
niggas do, niggas
Nigga,
will make sure that they in her
And when we
cipher
say
and
niggas,
be
we don't
I,
like,
mean
I
just
yeah,
black.
love black
It's
people, but I hate
men
niggas.
or people in general. We don't mean just
yeah,
black folks. Niggas
Breeze,
is
right.
brother.
niggas. It
People in
ain't a
general.
color.
But that type of person is going to make sure that they're in her cycle because they're trying to smash her ass any freaking way.
I hate
So
him.
let's be
If
honest
Dirt don't
about the
put his hand
situation.
down,
Oh,
sit
my bad.
your. Oh
My
my
bad,
God,
girl.
Alice, stop it.
That boy was preaching
Yeah,
over there.
that's sad.
I'm just
Y'all put a
saying.
homie
I'm
up
just
over
saying.
there.
I felt it,
Cause some
bro.
straight homies
Yeah,
up.
cuz.
I
Sad.
felt it.
Absolutely.
Like these
I
type of
felt
guys
it.
seem to have low self-esteem, low confidence, and they just kind of, find romance through taking your scraps. Because that's
Jack off.
Mm.
that's the
Oh,
confidence
Jesus.
level that they have. They can't go
It's
out and
called
find
sexual
them.
frustration.
Fucking
Mm.
masturbate.
Huh?
Go get a goddamn toy. If you that
So,
fucking frustrated, go get a
so,
motherfucking
so
toy.
when women do this right here, what they heard, and they just twirl it,
And
yeah,
we looking at your sexual
yeah,
frustration.
it's just frustration.
That's
You
all it
tired.
is.
You tired. You
So,
ain't
do
had.
y'all feel like she prayed on Simon or vice versa?
So I believe that women are just as much a prey or predators
Predators.
as men
Hmm.
are.
They
I
are
Okay.
believe
horrible
women are just
nowadays, Jig.
yeah,
They are
they're just
horrible
as much
nowadays.
predators
They
as
are
men are.
straight
I'm
on
fat.
predators. They are predators nowadays.
So again, like I said, you got two hoes that's together that's finna tear each other up and then break up and split up, and they finna go get somebody that's good. They finna go give it a good person and fuck their life up too.
Mm,
Mm. So what
mm.
you're saying is they need some therapy.
I definitely think that Portia could use a little relationship therapy,
She
emotional
could.
therapy. I don't know, girl, because the level of desperation that exists in this
Yeah.
situation
Can you put that picture back up
really
again? Because
confusing.
she didn't
She
even
a
go get
Confusing.
thought.
her gray otter. She went and got her little naked mole rat. Put it back up there.
Put the picture back on water.
Put that picture back up there because she didn't even go get her a gray otter, girl. She could get her a
And she
stool
didn't get
otter.
the
She
gray
want to let
otter.
somebody. Oh no, she ain't get no gray otter. Look,
Hey,
she
we
got a
gotta we
naked
gotta
mole
make
rat.
sure that we acknowledge Ricky's question because it's actually very valid. It's actually really really relevant, really
Okay,
relevant.
Ricky, let's answer it, shall we, bloodliners?
Absolutely.
Let's
So
do it.
5 to 10 years, 10 years, 5 to 10 years has passed, and now they have an interest in
Dead.
each other. Are they still hoes? I don't know. How much help have they gotten professionally to stop destroying people around them with their sexual exploits, with their ill mental habits and behaviors, right? and with their inability to commit to one person.
Probably losing me.
What's he
sometimes.
gonna
Okay,
still be
so
about?
okay, my answer to the question is if it was 5 to 10 years after the relationship with that he had with Fallon, would she still be a hoe? I don't feel like she's a hoe now. I just feel like she made a bad choice.
I don't know
Um
what the fuck she did. No, all time she could still be a hoe.
so
I think in 5 or 10,
I just
10 years
think
you would pass.
regardless of the time frame, it's just something that shouldn't be done.
I definitely don't think she'd be under so much scrutiny for this choice if it was 5 or 10 years later and her and Fallon had
Right. But
never,
I just think it's a bad choice.
I
So
did
people
that, Che.
probably side eye her a little bit, but they'd be like, okay, I mean, it's been 10, 5 years, so people got to move on with their lives. But
Yeah,
girl, he ain't
I
even
did that,
divorced
Che.
yet.
I
He's
got a
still
question. I
the
got a
man
question.
is still
Alice
married.
stupid.
He's
That girl talking
married
about
to
a damn
one
predator.
woman
What
and
Alice say?
to another
She's a
one.
predator. She's a predator.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Full on predator. She a raptor.
Oh, don't do my sister like that.
No, I'm talking about Portia. She a raptor.
She is.
Well,
She's a fucking straight up predator.
He did
Hey, I
come
just want y'all to know. Here's a quick time check. It's been an hour and 20 minutes.
oh,
And we
sorry.
rolling.
Yeah, we
It's
got
up to y'all. I'm with it. I'm with it.
I'm okay if everybody wants to still talk, still hang
But
out with us.
if we're gonna do this, I think we need to begin to switch to a different platform so we can have everybody chime in on what we're saying
All right,
Okay.
I'm with you.
and join in the discussion.
Cause I sure gotta go to the bathroom.
Oh
Yeah, we
my
gotta take a
lord.
fucking commercial break.
We'll take it out. We'll take it out, Dirt.
No,
So, yeah.
it's live. We live. Wait, shit. It's my people. You hear me? I gotta go to the bathroom. You hear me?
Do what you
I
gotta
mean, love
do.
kicking it with y'all. I love y'all from our house to yours.
Open up your door.
Open your doors. You hear me?
Each and every
So
one of y'all.
what are we switching
Bloodline.
to?
Thank
And
you
we
so
love
much.
each and every one of y'all that tune in and tune in tonight. So we
So
definitely.
I would recommend us switching to Zoom if Che is willing to put it out and put it on a page. You
Mhm.
did,
Yeah.
so we can continue this discussion. I think this is a very relevant discussion that we need to continue with everybody
Yeah.
that we got signed in right now. We want to hear what y'all are saying live and not just in the comments. We want to see you speak it
Yeah, I want to see
right here,
the
right
facial
now.
expressions. I want to hear what everybody got to
Yeah.
say.
Hey, Big C, man, tune in, bro. You don't never get in when we going live
I see
afterwards.
your
You know
work.
what I'm saying?
That's a working
I know
man.
you at work. Oh, he at work. Yeah, he at work. Yeah, he at work.
I thank you for supporting us, though.
We
Yeah.
thank you. We love you, bro.
OG.
Well, you know what, guys?
Oh, damn. Allie Pooh, get on with us. She just made the oh damn comment. And Big C, Big C say he lied with us. So let's set it up and let's do it.
So we
She said I'm
definitely
in bed with a
appreciate
bonnet on.
y'all.
Hey, we love the bonnet. You want to go put my bonnet on?
This is gonna be
You know,
private,
we
you
do
guys.
we do bonnet check-ins all the time. We love the bonnet.
Yeah, nobody's gonna see you. It's not gonna be published. It's just gonna be a private conversation. Nobody gonna see you but us and the people who are on
we
the
might
podcast.
have to record
So as a
it.
reminder,
Evil.
y'all are our family, right? So we finna do this next thing as family, and we finna be live with each other, and we're gonna converse, and we're gonna talk about shit, right? So regardless of what you wearing, so what? Just don't come in your Sunday's best, because that ain't the time. That ain't this time. Matter of fact, don't bring. I'm finna do some Dave Chappelle shit. Don't bring your goddamn kids.
And
That
I'm
ain't
finna
what we
roll
are.
up another cinnamon. I'm finna roll up another cinnamon stick. We finna do this shit.
Yeah.
That's all.
Give us about 10 minutes and we'll have that Zoom link on our Facebook page and we'll send it to you individually. If those of us who know people individually and stuff like that. Yeah.
That kisses for the ladies and this is for the fellas. You know what I'm saying?
Thank y'all for coming. Thank
I
y'all
give
for coming.
everybody kisses with my lip gloss.
Very, very
Like
good.
and subscribe. Bring your friends.
Bring your family.
Rest in peace, Paul Mooney, the
R.I.P.
greatest.
R.I.P.
Hey, we
Bye
love
to
y'all.
you, Mr.
Bye,
Kevin. I
Great
hope
Otter.
I never, ever, ever have to talk about you ever again in my life.
That's my cat. That's my cat. That's my cat.
I ain't really gonna talk to you. And then this one right here and these right here.
We
So
finna talk
that was
about
our
you in a
show
minute,
for
girl.
today.
We gonna make it happen, Jay. Jay don't want to talk about Kevin no more.
Oh no, y'all already know.
I already know, Tay.
I told y'all privately, like, what are
Right.
we talking about?
Yeah.
So
I'm
G,
mad that this man's name is gonna live in entirety on our YouTube page and our social media. I don't even want his name attached
let's
to.
get it. Let's get it. All right.
I'm not
We'll
worried
talk
about.
afterwards.
I'm not worried about who else to make famous. The point is that we put our shit out there and we let people know how we feel and we
I
connect.
know that you like talking about these deeper conversations and stuff. I respect that.
I can't
Alice
take it
said,
no
send the
more.
link.
All right, y'all. Well, thanks again for watching us. We're gonna go ahead and get out of here and look on our Facebook page.
She said, send that link. She said, send the link.
We about to send it, but I can't be on this and Zoom at the same time. I hope y'all understand
Right. Give us
technology.
a second.
All right, give
Let
us
us
about
stop
10
in
minutes,
this,
y'all.
and we can get on to the next thing. All right.
Love
Thank
y'all.
you.
Like and subscribe.
Like
Bring
and
somebody else with your ass next time. We appreciate you.
Bring somebody else.
Good night, you guys. Good night.
Good night.
Crazy people.
Jesus.